Namo Buddhaya. Have you ever lost someone close to you? The crushing pain that follows can feel unbearable, like an endless storm. But imagine a way to navigate through this grief, guided by timeless Buddhist wisdom, to not just survive, but grow stronger. Losing someone we love is inevitable, yet learning how to handle this grief is what can transform our lives. In this video, we explore how Buddhist teachings can guide us to find peace and acceptance even in the darkest moments of loss. So, stay with me as we dive deep into these profound insights that can reshape how we view loss, grief, and life itself. Grief is a universal experience, and one of the hardest emotional trials we face is the loss of someone we deeply love. In this video, we'll explore a conversation with a young man who, despite years of spiritual practice, was devastated by the sudden loss of his parents in a tragic car accident. His story brings to light a crucial truth. No matter how much we practice spirituality or meditation, the loss of a loved one is a profound and painful experience. But how do we handle that pain? How can we navigate the grief while staying grounded in our spiritual path? The universality of loss. As the Buddha taught, losing loved ones is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's our parents, partners, children, or friends, death will touch every one of us, either through our own passing or the loss of those close to us. It's a reality that transcends borders, cultures, and beliefs. This truth, known as anicca or impermanence, is central to Buddhist philosophy. Understanding this truth intellectually is one thing, but accepting it emotionally and spiritually is another. While we cannot prevent death, we can prepare ourselves to face it with strength and grace. Reflecting on the impermanence of life, as Buddha advised, helps us approach these moments with a more composed and resilient heart. This leads to a practice called Maranasati, the mindfulness of death, where we contemplate the finite nature of life not to become morbid, but to enrich our understanding and appreciation of the time we do have. Preparing for loss. One of the key teachings from the Buddha is the importance of contemplating the inevitability of loss before it happens. This may sound harsh, even scary, but it serves a deeper purpose. Imagine, for a moment, if you were fully aware that the time you have with your loved ones is limited. Wouldn't that awareness push you to be more compassionate, kinder, and more present with them? When we understand that everyone we love will one day be gone, it changes the way we treat them today. Instead of being caught up in petty grievances, we focus on creating beautiful memories, on being the best version of ourselves to those we care about. This mindset helps ease the pain when the time of loss does come, because we know we gave our best during the time we had together. Specific example: reflecting on impermanence. Consider this real-life example. A man, upon realizing the fragility of life, started spending more quality time with his aging mother. Every moment spent became a precious memory. When she eventually passed, he grieved, but his grief was cushioned by the peace of knowing he had cherished every second with her. He had no regrets, no what-ifs. This is the power of reflecting on impermanence. It encourages us to live fully and love deeply while we can. Practical steps for dealing with grief. Accept the pain. The first step to dealing with grief is to accept that it hurts. No amount of spiritual practice can completely shield us from the emotional pain of losing someone we love. In Buddhism, we learn that pain is a natural part of life. It's okay to feel sadness and to allow ourselves to experience grief fully. Pretending the pain doesn't exist will only prolong the suffering. Remember the teachings of impermanence. Remind yourself that everything in life is temporary, including the pain you are feeling right now. Like all emotions, grief will also pass with time. The Buddha often advised his followers to reflect on the impermanence of all things, not as a way to become detached, but as a way to bring acceptance to the natural flow of life. Channel the love into positive action. One powerful method to ease grief is to focus on how you can continue to honor your loved one. This can be as simple as treating others with the same kindness and love that your lost loved one showed you. If you can turn your pain into compassion for others, you'll find that the burden of grief lightens over time. Overcoming the pain of loss. A deeper reflection. Grief is not a sign of failure. It doesn't mean your spiritual practice was weak. The young man in the video, despite his years of meditation, found himself overwhelmed by the pain of losing his parents. But that's okay. Even the Buddha grieved when his loved ones passed. The key is to not let that grief consume us permanently. Through consistent reflection on impermanence, we can prepare ourselves mentally for the inevitable. By doing so, when the moment of loss arrives, it doesn't hit us as a complete shock. We are sad, yes, but we also find solace in the fact that we knew this moment would come and that we made the most of the time we had. Specific example: the power of kindness. During loss, let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of treating others kindly while they're still with us. Think of the story of an elderly woman who always made it a point to say loving words to her children every day. When she passed away, her children were devastated, but they were also left with a treasure trove of memories filled with her kindness and wisdom. They could look back on her life with joy and peace, knowing she had been a beautiful presence in their lives. This is what the Buddha meant when he said, "Be a good memory to others." The final lesson: don't turn happiness into pain. In the video, a profound teaching is shared. The people we love bring us joy in life, but when they pass, we shouldn't let that joy turn into lifelong pain. Our loved ones wouldn't want us to suffer endlessly in their absence. Instead, we should honor their memory by living our lives fully and happily, just as they would have wanted. The final lesson: don't turn happiness into pain. In the video, a profound teaching is shared. The people we love bring us joy in life, but when they pass, we shouldn't let that joy turn into lifelong pain. Our loved ones wouldn't want us to suffer endlessly in their absence. Instead, we should honor their memory by living our lives fully and happily, just as they would have wanted. Imagine a parent watching from afar, seeing their child in deep sorrow after their passing. Would they feel peace? Number. They would want to see their child finding strength, carrying on, and even smiling at the memories they shared. So, let's remember that those who brought us happiness in life would want to continue being a source of light in our lives, even after they're gone. Grief is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define us. Through Buddhist teachings, we can find a way to honor our loved ones, cherish the time we had with them, and continue living a life filled with compassion and love. Reflecting on impermanence helps us appreciate every moment, while kindness ensures that we leave a positive legacy in the lives of those we touch. In the end, the pain of losing someone we love is inevitable, but by practicing mindfulness and kindness, we can transform that pain into a deeper understanding of life. Let this be a reminder. Treat those you love with kindness today, so when the time comes, you'll have no regrets, only beautiful memories to hold on to.